Coming in at number 30, we have Shabazz Napier. His stats are 10.1 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, and 4.9 assists per game. Last game, he had his best game of the season with 27 points, 7 assists, 4 steals, and loss against the Heat. Shabazz Napier was traded during the trade deadline and is having a bigger role and better stats with the Wizards. His points per game are 11.4, steals is 1.6, assists 4.3, and minutes 24.3. His team, the Wizards, are 23-40 and ninth in the Eastern Conference. Coming in at number 29. So Alfred Payton's stats this year is 10.1 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, and 7.1 assists per game. And the Knicks are actually playing Shabazz Napier's team today, and we'll see the 2 point guards battle off. Alfred Payton came to the Knicks during this past free agency, so we're going to compare the stats from this season to last season where he played with the Pelicans. So Alfred Payton this season gets 10.1 points per game. Last season he had 10.6 points per game. This season he gets 4.8 rebounds per game. Last season he had 5.2 rebounds per game. This season he gets 7.1 assists per game. Last season he had 7.6 assists per game. These stats may be just a little bit worse than last year because he was getting 2 more minutes a game last year, which we all know 2 minutes is a big difference in a basketball game. The Knicks this season are 20-44, 3 behind the Wizards, and they are 12th in the Eastern Conference. Coming in at number 28, we have DJ Augustin. His stats this year are 10.3 points per game, 2.2 rebounds per game, and 4.6 assists per game. The Magic are playing the Grizzlies, and he's only played 1 game against them this season, and he had 13 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and shot 45.5% from the field. With 3 years already with the Magic, he is having his best free throw shooting year, and overall looks way more polished. The Magic are 29-35, and they are 8th in the Eastern Conference, which puts them 1 seed ahead of the Washington Wizards. Coming in at number 27, we have Patrick Beverley. His stats this year are 7.8 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, and 3.8 assists per game. I know it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but his defense is some of the best in the NBA, which makes up for his not-so-great stats. Even though his stats don't look great, Patrick Beverley is shooting the second best percentage of his whole career and averages the second best assists of his whole career. The Los Angeles Clippers are 43-20 and are second in the Western Conference behind the Los Angeles Lakers. Coming in at number 26, we have Ricky Rubio, and his stats this year are 12.9 points per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, and 8.9 assists per game. He's known for his passing, and his assist numbers are the second best out of his whole career. The Suns are playing the Trailblazers today, and he averages 13.7 points per game, 12.3 assists per game, and 1.7 steals against them in 3 games. The Suns are 26-38 and are 13th in a stacked Western Conference where they're only 2 games behind the 9th seed. Coming in at number 25, we have DeJounte Murray. His stats are 10.7 points per game, 5.8 rebounds per game, and 4.1 assists per game. The last 10 games, he's averaged 14 points per game, 2 steals per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 5.1 assists per game. DeJounte Murray has better everything in every stat compared to his whole career. Just to name a few: points per game, steals, assists, rebounds, and field goal percentage. The Spurs are 26-36 and are 12th in the Western Conference, tied with the Suns. Coming in at number 24, rest in peace Kobe, we have Lonzo Ball, and his stats are 12.4 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, 7 assists per game. In the last 10 games, Lonzo is shooting 48.2% from the field and 48.5% from 3. Lonzo is averaging 2.3 more points per game than his career average and is shooting 6% better from the three-point line than last year. The Pelicans are 28-36 and 9th in the Western Conference. Coming in at number 23, we have Mike Conley. In his stats this year, he has 13.8 points per game, 3.2 rebounds per game, and 4.3 assists per game. The last 10 games, he has averaged 14.9 points per game and 5 assists per game. Mike Conley has not improved in any stat, but part of that is because he gets 5 less minutes a game than last year, and his team is very talented. The Utah Jazz are 41-23 and are the 4th seed in the Western Conference. Coming in at number 22, We have Kobe White, and his stats are 13.1 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, and 2.7 assists per game. In the last 10 games, Kobe White has been on fire. I'm talking on fire. Points per game, 24.1. Assists per game, 4.5. And his three-point percentage is 40.7. Kobe White is starting tonight against the Cavs March 10th for the first time this whole year after scoring 21, 26, 26 in his last 3 games. The Bulls are 21-43 and are 11th in the Eastern Conference, 3 games behind the Wizards for 9th seed. Coming in at number 21, we have Kendrick Nunn. His stats are 15.5 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, and 3.4 assists per game. At home, Kendrick Nunn averages 17.1 points per game, 4 assists per game, and shoots 89.3 free throw percentage. Kendrick Nunn is also a rookie, so I don't have stats to look back on, but he just looks so smooth. The Miami Heat are 41-23 and are 4th in the Eastern Conference. Coming in at number 20, we have Terry Rozier, and his stats this year are 18 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, and 4.1 assists per game. Terry Rozier is questionable today, Wednesday, against the Heat, and averages 19 points per game, 4 assists, and 50% from three-point line against the Heat in 1 game. With his first season with the Hornets this year, he's having his best scoring year, best assist year, best rebound year, and best in every shooting percentage. The Hornets this year are 22-42 and are the 10th seed in the Eastern Conference. Hello everyone, thanks for watching, and this is a 3-part series. This is the first part. We'll do 19 through 10, second part, and we'll do 9 through number 1 on the third part. Thanks for watching, and bye.